Oh my witches. I want to talk to you all. Y'all know it's a crescent moon. It's a new crescent moon at that. And you all know when it's about 15% effaced, it may be 20% right now because I hadn't checked tonight yet because I can't find it. I got to find the moon. That's something you need to know. You need to know when you travel. A lot of y'all travel. Do you know what moon phase you're traveling on? For me, it's 15% efface, all the way up to 25% effacement, okay? And so I went on a travel. And guess what? Mama is wanted. I want to talk to y'all about the details of this. See, that's what I'm trying to let you all know. I was trying to let y'all know that y'all own, okay? And we need to talk. Turn it down a little bit. We need to talk. I'm on my way to Books A Million, y'all, but I said I wanted to, drop this line on you right quick before I go. And when I talk to y'all, I ain't playing. I be telling y'all the truth, okay? That's how Grandma said. I be telling y'all the truth. You need to know that there ain't no past, ain't no present, and you already know, ain't no future. People talking about in the past, in my past life, in my life now in the present, in my lives to come, when I'm going to reincarnate. We talk like that. But if you understood the natural order of the universe, you will know that there's no such a thing. Everything is parallel. You have a parallel life. Because you know what? You can go right back to your past. Why I know this? Because now that I am seasoned, y'all can see Mr. Will in the background. Now that I am seasoned, you understand what I'm saying? I understand a little bit better. Mr. Willie, we can see you in the background. We see your nose. We see your pug nose. He got headphone sets in, so he's not aware. I have my chauffeur that's driving for me. Y'all didn't know I had a chauffeur. Yeah, he's driving. Say hello. Okay. I have a chauffeur, so Mr. Willis driving in the background, okay, in the back, He's a scrub. Yeah, y'all know what a scrub is, okay? Yeah, I'm just teasing, but look. I have clients that have passed on. And what's interesting is one of my clients was traveling to what we may have thought of when he was alive, a past life. Now, this is going to be very, very lengthy because I got to describe to you this situation because all of y'all don't understand. Some people already get it. The fact you have no control over your soul's destiny, you need to know this because first of all, your soul, it has been contracted out to some supernatural force. You may have signed the agreement. You may not remember signing it. Or you may not have signed it at all. It's just, the destiny of what's to come. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that destiny for you. Marked for you by somebody. If it's a body at all. So my client was coming to me, letting me know that, he was he was in his home and he'd wake up into his home and his home be completely rearranged to something totally different. Like I said, this was a very simple person that had a home that was decorated simply, but would wake up into a whole nother house. Looked like his house, but it was a little bit more lavish, more different than the house that he was living in. And when he wake up in that house, he was in what we would call the past. 1700s and probably beyond. Very primitive place. But it definitely wasn't the 2000s. There was a family there. He was trying to let the family know, hey, look, check this out. You know, where am I? Why are you all in my house? And they were like, no, this is our house. And he would be, and then y'all, a lot of y'all done heard the story. He would be trying to explain to them that this is his house, and they were in the year 2000, and they would say, no, this is no such a thing. They knew his name. He was asking them, how do y'all know my name? These people actually owned it. Hello? They owned him. We didn't know. He was just telling us, they said, you know, that they owned me. And I kept telling them, no, I'm from the year 2000. You're not, you don't own me. Okay? So they told him, say, hey, look, you got work to do. You need to go ahead on and get out in the fields. So you see what I'm coming? You see what I'm talking about right now. Okay? He was a slave. He was a slave to another dimension, another time period, as we say, which there's no such thing as time, but we say time. He was owned by them. And guess what? After a 2-year ordeal with this family, he went back to them. And that's where he is now in the afterlife. We just borrowed him here for a little while. Okay? A lot of y'all coming out y'all bodies when you in the astral world and you dealing with being confronted with a whole nother past, a whole nother dimension. If you go there too many times, that's where you're going back to in the afterlife, because they own you. We saw this person again. This person was dressed in 1800s attire. You know, after they had since died and passed on. They had those colonial pants, like, you know, they wore in those in the Confederacy. Was big and buff, looking like they worked in the field. So what does that mean? When you asking for protection, don't ask for protection here in your present life. You want protection for your parallel lives, your past, your present, and your future, because you're going to be recycled over and over and over and over again. But anyways, I talked to y'all about that, but I definitely need to talk to you. What's so spooky is that you can go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? Go back to that place again, something you already done. It's a repeat. We talk about, oh, I'm a reincarnation. I used to be this in a past life. You're going to go back there and repeat this all over again. Where you think deja vu comes from? That moment when you suddenly remember and you already, hey, this already happened before. We're going to repeat this over and over and over again. And you just come up for the reason why. It's up to you to decide that. Okay? So don't think it's behind you, because you're going back. Okay? You're going back to it. Because that particular place may just own you. But anyway, I want to talk to y'all about my travel. I was a fugitive and wanted by the cops. Yes, they was fixing to lock me up, and I told them, I said, I'm sorry, but in a few minutes I'm going to vanish and go back. You understand what I'm saying? To my present place. And he said, oh, sure, that's the same thing that other man said. He said he was going to vanish. He was sleeping in his bed and he was going to go back to his present place. And he thought it was so funny. And I guess what, I got away. And I want to talk to y'all in detail about that particular travel, okay? Mama will be back.